days through the midnight, give me the side eye.
Trying to get a therapist can be a very difficult proposition sometimes. In addition to some of the more practical aspects of therapy, oh, hey, does my insurance cover this person? Or does this person have availability that fits with my schedule? There are also some very important personal aspects to the relationship that you and your therapist are going to have that need to mesh well. Because that relationship you have with your therapist at the end of the day is going to be the foundation upon which all of the success that you have in therapy is going to be based. Now, there are two really big things when it comes to this, how do I mesh with my therapist? And one first big one is just your therapist's approach to how they work through things and how they work with their clients. For some people, they work very well with a therapist who is very goal-driven and gives homework assignments and works on different techniques and has you try this and this and this. And that is very successful for a lot of people. However, that's not how everyone functions. For some people, it's really important to have a therapist who is much more emotionally driven, who's able to slowly go with you through that emotional process so that you can come to things on your own in time. And not all therapists can do both of those things. And it's important as you and your therapist are working together that you're working toward goals that you find important in a way with which you are comfortable. Because at the end of the day, if those two things aren't true, it's going to be much more difficult to have success in therapy. Now, the most important thing, though, when it comes to am I going to fit well with this therapist, is your comfort. And that, unfortunately, is something for which there's not really a prescriptive, oh, well, I'm going to be comfortable with this type of person. When we're sitting in the room with our therapist, we need to feel like we're safe. We need to feel like this is someone with whom I can share things that isn't going to judge me. This is someone who's not going to try to manipulate me. This is someone who's not going to try to harm me. You need to feel safe and comfortable when you're working with your therapist. And there's not a, oh, well, if they check all these boxes, because someone can be a really good therapist and just something about them doesn't click for you, and that's okay. That's nothing wrong with you. But having that therapist where you feel like you mesh well, where you feel comfortable, where you feel like it's safe to work through serious things is one of the single most important aspects to successful therapy because, again, that relationship between you and your therapist is the thing upon which all of your success in therapy is going to be built. And so finding a therapist with whom you feel safe, finding a therapist with whom you feel comfortable sharing things, working through things, talking about things, is going to be very, very important.
Days through the midnight, give me the side eye shine.